Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone. And let me just welcome you to this month's edition of the Incorruptible Women series. It's one of the series where we talk about topics that helps women on various aspects of life. And so far, like I always say, the topics that we're bringing on board recently actually speak to a lot of people beyond even women. So, welcome again to this edition, and I'm having with me Mrs. BUKOLA ARIYO. Thank you, madam. Today, we're going to be speaking on becoming a more successful entrepreneur, and I believe entrepreneurship skill is now things that everyone must acquire, whether you're working in a corporate environment or you own your business. This is one skills that everyone must acquire. And good enough, Madam Olubukola is there. So it's not like somebody we brought on board that doesn't know how this is all about. So she's going to be sharing. I know she's already caught up with a lot of you know, knowledge that she wants to pour into us, and we're also ready to receive as much as she's going to give us today. So, Madam Olubukola, please just introduce yourself to our audience first before we move on.
Thank you very much, Ma. It's such a beautiful time and a privilege to actually have someone little like me on your on your program. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, Ma. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
My
thank
name
you.
is okay. Do I still need to introduce myself? Okay.
Yes,
I'm
please.
Mrs. Olubukola Balogun Ni Balogun Ariyo, so that my husband will not sanction me. So let me put the Ariyo. Okay. So I am the creative director of Royal Todd Castle's events into catering, cakes, and decorations and all that. And yet a child of God. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you for joining us and doing this with us. I know we are all ready to receive from you. So without wasting our time, I know people are already joining. Good evening, Oluwalobumi Ajayi. Thank you for joining in. So we
Thank
don't
you
want to
so much.
waste so that we don't waste others' time. I know I should continue others to be joining us. So let's just kickstart the discussion like we usually do. She's going to speak about 40 minutes plus or minus, depending on what she has for us today. And then if you have any question as she speaks, please put on your question on the comment section. I'm going to be taking note of this. And after she finishes, we're going to take on the comment sections. So thank you. You can go on, madam.
Okay. I just want to say hello to my Instagram fam. I'm saying hi, hello, and I couldn't, it's not my platform, so I couldn't respond. Thank you so much. Just some few minutes. Lauren Fabric, I can see you, but I have to allow my host to take the lead. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, everyone. God bless you for joining. Like the topic says, becoming a more successful entrepreneur. Like I tell people, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be very formal, like 10 tips, 5 tips to becoming, I don't know. I'm not a very formal person. I'm sure Mama knows. And so I'm going to take it the way the Holy Spirit is leading. And I just pray that at least one heart, one soul will be blessed today and will become somebody that God has desired us to be, not what we want to be. Praise the Lord. Oh, sorry, I'm not in church. So, like
Yeah,
someone God,
yeah.
okay, like someone God, want us to be is beyond what we want. Is beyond what we desire. Is supernatural as children of God, and this we must take notes in every decision we're taking, including business. So it's not only in church we have to be like God. In every area and every aspect of our lives, we have to be like God. And why am I saying this? That means the God factor is very important in our lives and in our business. I don't know if you are getting my point. Yes. The God factor is very important as children of God. Like I always tell people, you can't do business the way the world is doing business. You can't. As a child of God. When they say becoming a more successful entrepreneur, you must know The way a Christian will handle situation and business ethics will be different from the way the world will handle it. And most times, we tend to give more value than what we receive because we are Christians. Like a child of God, you can't cheat. Do you understand? While the world will tell you sometimes you cut corners, you can see that it's a bit, I can't say world and opposite. But then, I'm bold to say today that the Bible says the Lord blesses, He maketh rich and not, there's no sorrow in His own richness. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18, it says, we are like a shining light that shines brighter and brighter unto the perfect day. This is the will of God. The fact that you have God doesn't mean you should not be successful as an entrepreneur. Doesn't mean you shouldn't have, that height you want to get to. No. I've heard people say that how can you combine what is, especially in these environments, in this Nigeria, they find it hard to believe that you can be successful or you can increase in your business without cutting corners. I don't know. I'm not saying comments. So I don't know if people are actually getting what I'm saying and if I'm audible enough. So the mind of Christ is important as your business is important in your growth. The mind of God, what God wants you to do is important as your own personal gain or your height is also important. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. What am I saying? If because of economic growth, if A is saying the cup of, I'm talking about success. Success is relative. Let me note that before I get to that place. Success is relative. Success does not mean you have all the money in the whole world. Praise the Lord. I hope you're getting that. It doesn't mean you have the highest number of buildings in Lagos or in Abuja. That is success. To somebody, that is success. That's why I said success is relative. To me, just having a bungalow, that is my success. It doesn't mean I'm not successful. It's you that will tell me that you are not seeing that success as in relating with having a like 10, let's say 20 acres of land and all that. But for me, as a child of God, I can't be content and say having a business that is affecting soul, that is my success. Praise the Lord. And with that is a guiding, what will I say? That is a guiding force for you in any kind of business you want to do. Number one, it will not make you to run faster than where you should run to. I don't know if people are getting what I'm saying. It will not make you go beyond, like, oh, this year you set a target for yourself. Let's say, I'm just as an example, that this year, okay, as an entrepreneur, I want to have reached, let's say, 30 people or let's say 300 people. I want them to have my brand as a household name. Do you understand? So you, humanly speaking, you love that. And to God, probably when you get to number 2, God is already fulfilled. And He's already using that number 2 to connect you to the whole world. So, humanly speaking, you want to get to 300. But God is telling you with number 2, I'm fine with you. You can have branches. You can, number 2 clients can be the one that will take you to the whole world. Can you see why God's own is actually different from the world's own?
Yeah.
Are you getting my point now? Then another thing, yes. So having in mind that the will of God is for us to be as a shining light that shines brighter and brighter every time to the perfect day. That's the will of God. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 15. So if you get to know that, number one, it will help you not to be lazy. Because you can't be in your house and sleep and say, I want growth. It's not possible. And, most of us as Christians, we used to feel, thank you so much, my people on Instagram. God bless you. I'm seeing that comment. Yes, thank you. So for you, always know your boundaries as Christians. So you can be number 2 and you're successful as God is concerned.
Mm.
If you hear, I was discussing with somebody yesterday, and I said one of my staff, I was talking to him, and I was saying that if you know what people do to be successful, if you are a child of God, you would what they do. Do you
Mm.
understand? But as a child of God, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So becoming a successful entrepreneur as a Christian, I'm sorry that I'm saying as a Christian is difficult, but you can actually try. If you are consistent, no,
Mm.
your consistency is very important. Your integrity is very important.
Mm.
You can't do it and say you want God to help you and do it the world way. No.
Yeah.
I can't share some testimonies online that I know that is not by my effort. I think I've
Yeah.
shared one. Oh, Jesus, what happened?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, something just blanked my.
But we
No.
can see you.
Okay, you can see me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something stopped. Okay, ma. Okay, please off our laptop, please. I'm not saying what should I do. Okay, let me. Since you can see me, are you seeing me, ma?
Yes, we can hear your voice, but like your pause. But you can continue.
Oh, Jesus, that's what am I typing? What were you doing? Sorry. I was trying to connect it together. Oh, no. Okay, you know. Everything is disconnected now.
No, we can hear you.
Okay, let me just keep talking. Okay, I think I'm on now. Please, can you
Yeah.
do this one
Fine.
again? So, your consistency, your integrity. Stop it. No, don't stop I should stop this one. Yes, stop this. So, your integrity is a whole can add up to you as a child of God. And that is the mind of God. He doesn't want you to do it every other way that everybody's doing it. And do you know that it's a lie of the devil? If they say as Christians you can't make it, it's a big lie. I've heard some people say, you get as a child of God, you must have something and something and something and subtract. It's a lie of the devil. The Bible says God searches the heart. He has seen your heart. He has seen what you are. God can honor you if you honor him in the place of business. Most
Yeah.
times you feel the church ends with us on Sunday. No,
Mm.
it doesn't end on Sunday in church. It also begins on Monday in our businesses. And do you know that that is honoring God on his own? That is honoring God on his own. My Instagram people, I don't know. Okay, so that is honoring God on its own. And there's nothing you can trade for if you say you want to honor God. God is definitely going to honor you back in multiple ways.
Yeah.
That's the truth. So let me just say, like I was saying, God's direction in business and growth cannot be overemphasized. It's very important and it goes hand in hand. And people have, asked me, like, how are you doing it? And yet you are not doing some other business is hard in Nigeria. Don't let me lie to you. Like humanly speaking. Hello, ma.
I'm
I
listening.
don't know if people are listening.
Yes, yeah.
Business as
Please
an
continue.
entrepreneur. I used to, appreciate people, especially women. Oh God. I don't know. I've lost the Instagram. Okay. So especially women. Oh, sorry, man. Tosin, please, I need you here, please. Some people are on Instagram and the thing went off, and I guess, okay. Please, the Instagram is off. So you can't quantify the place of God in as an entrepreneur, a godly one, a Christian. Like I always say, it is the lie of the devil when somebody tells you that you have to cut corners before you can be a strong entrepreneur in Nigeria. It's a lie, a big fat lie. Even you without being a Christian, the moment your customers knows that you have integrity, that attracts them naturally to you.
Yeah.
that you have integrity and you're consistent in what you are doing. Praise the Lord. And you're consistent in what you are doing. That sells you more than 50% of anything, of even your advert. Like you do a job for somebody, and the person sees what will I say? They call it feedback, gives you feedback. Oh, I love this. This is feedbacks are very important as an entrepreneur. That is a stage of growth. Most of us business people, we are afraid that, probably, I don't know, sometimes we are afraid to say that, please, how do you feel about this business? And the moment somebody gives you either positive or negative, it's going to increase who you are. That's the truth. Either negative feedback or positive feedback, you are another step higher. If it's a positive feedback, what does it do to you as an entrepreneur? We're talking about becoming more successful. So that means success has to do with growth. When you say there is success, you are from a level and there's another higher level. Please, when I'm like 10 minutes away from my time to stop, please, or 20 minutes, you can just remind me now. I hope they are getting what I'm saying. So you are more like, okay, a 1 meter away from where you're going. If somebody tells you, oh, I don't like what you did, I don't like your product, or it's not serving me well, what does it say to you? They call entrepreneur as, I need to call them that you should have shock absorber. You know what it's called? You should have, if it comes positive, take it. If it comes negative, take it. The moment it comes and you were able to hear your customer telling you the reality of things, what happens? You come back, you sit back, and you analyze, where have I gone wrong? What products did serve my customer well? In what of my services did I do well? What happened? You retrace back. Your Bible will say, "Àgbò tó fẹ̀yìn rìn, kí ló ṣe? Agbára ló lọ mú wá." To my people not speaking Yoruba audience, the goats, where Tadimeyi, where move to the back. The goat, the goats that retrace his steps, coming back is coming back with power. Do you understand? That's the meaning. When they give you that negative vibe, what do? You sit down and say, how can I do better? For you noting or understanding that, oh, I didn't serve my customer well, then the next step is, how do I serve them well? That is growth.
Yeah.
You are being put from one level to another. And when it now comes positive, somebody is telling you, people are laughing on Instagram. Okay, somebody is telling you, oh, I love your product, I love your services. It's not for you to remain at that level. No. It's for you to say, okay, if my goals are 20 goals in the year, that means I'm climbing to number 5. I'm not there. I'm not going to be static on number 1 or number 2. So every feedback, positive or negative, is to improve you and to make you to become a better entrepreneur. I don't know if that point has been taken. So I'm going to move to another one, becoming a successful entrepreneur. I talk about consistency. How often, like I tell people, don't be deceived by people that doesn't show up. Most of them are receiving salary. An entrepreneur will show up. I'm not saying every time, but at least every available means. It might not be online, offline. There's something you're doing to sell yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's something, probably your office, maybe before you started, it was just the door. The next stage, you want to have this glass and you want people to see that, oh, you are selling children's clothes. That is a step, right?
Yeah.
So online, you can also do that. And like somebody will say, throw it into their faces. When they sleep, let us say the first person that does event or Israel Touch Castles is the more you are consistent, the more they can relate with you in that field. Praise the Lord. So the more you are doing that, the more it's been registered in their hearts that Mrs. Moronike is a brand that helps young, small businesses to grow. It sticks in their head. When they hear Mrs. Morenike Ogunawo, what comes to their mind is you. Even though you have like 10 people on a friend list or 100 people that passes your offices, do you understand? You let it register that this is what you do. So you don't hide your business for anything. Praise the Lord. So another thing for business growth is skill. The fact that I'm selling children clothes doesn't mean all I just do is you just pick, oh, this thing, oh, this is what I sell, oh, buy, oh, is 50 naira. And tomorrow you bring, this is what I sell pants, oh, is 50 naira. No. Skill. You can go for courses that makes you to rebrand yourself. And the more you have a better package, the more people are willing to buy more at expensive rate from you. Do you understand? I'm not saying package and sell low quality, no. But the more they see that, oh, okay, like this year, we just said, I just want to start an example. Like this year, okay, there was a year we were saying to every local government, we want to have an outlet. At every local government, sorry, we want to have an outlet. It was a vision at a time. Yeah. And we were able to open like 3, 4 offices. And we just find out that you're going to be working with others. You can't be everywhere. Do you understand? At a time, God will now redirect you. But there must be a step you have to take to knowing more, learning more about your skill. Even if God is going to, most of the time, we Christians feel God is a magician. The fact that you pray 24 hours, sleep in the church, doesn't make you successful as an entrepreneur or whoever. No. There are tips. It's in integrity about everything, every aspect of life that you need to learn. I have some certificates, I have some this one. Because you need to take your business higher. So you need to learn from people. You have to have mentors in that area. Your mentor in business might not be your mentor in marriage. Because the person mentoring you in business might not have a good marriage. It doesn't mean that the person is not, great in that field of mentorship concerning business. So you pick. Mrs. Moranike I love the way she packaged. I love the way she looks. I want to connect her. I think I want to be this touche, like I told her. She's this, petite touche. And that is the kind of life you want. God holds, even in the Bible, there's always somebody mentoring somebody. There's always Paul, telling the younger, the Corinthians, saying this is how you should walk. That is what is called mentorship. It doesn't, and you know that some of them didn't even marry. They didn't have children. They didn't get married. Do you understand? So it doesn't mean that in their whole totality, they can't be good for you. No. So you pick them. So skill and mentorship, very, very important. And you should know who is mentoring you. Sincerely, you can't run a business without having somebody you're looking up to. I don't know outside the country, but in Nigeria, you can't have a business and you don't wish that I wish to be like this one day. If you don't have, that means you are proud. To me, if you feel, that means you feel you know everything. And it's not possible for you to know everything. It's not possible. You need somebody to hold your hand for something. Praise the Lord. So because of our time, then another one is love what you do. You can have 20 mentors without loving what you do. It's still not going to increase who you are. It's still not going to make you to be successful. You might not love what you do initially. Just in my case, like my own study, people say, it's your passion. Go for your passion. We've heard that a lot. Your passion will now lead you to the right thing. Yes, your passion can lead you, but sometimes it's not so. I didn't like. I don't even know what I want to go into. I didn't know what I wanted to go into. I never had somebody doing decoration that, maybe when I was in university, yes, I'm going to pick it up from when I was in university. So I don't have these mentor, oh, I want to be, sometimes if our parents are bakers, you tend to want to say, okay, I have passion because we've been baking from 7 years old, you understand. But people like us, I grew to love the job. Do you understand? So it's possible that you grow to love what you are doing. So the way it happens to A, it might not happen to B. And the fact that you never had initial passion for it doesn't mean you will not be successful in it. That's a good point. That's one of the points I want us to own. Like today, hey, I can do 10 things, and I will fly. If my heart is there, sincerely. Tomorrow, if you tell me come and market shoe, I will market. And if you see the way I carry the shoe on my head, that is grace. So sometimes you might not have that passion, but grace can lead you to that place of assignments, and you will be successful in that place. Do you understand? I hope I'm not confusing anybody. So that is a place of God. If God says, go and sell, I'm just saying, if God says, go and sell, let me say, go and sell bottled water, how to you as a graduate? How? You are dreaming of, flying jets, going to this and all that. This is where I pointed out in the first statement that where God, what you are seeing might not be what God is seeing concerning you. But as a child of God, if you're connected to God, you can be redirected to that place. And you will see that in that area, you will thrive more. You'll be more successful. Then let me go to how you can up your game again. I talk about you loving your job. I talk about your consistency. I talk about your skill and mentorship. Very, very important. There are so many. So I can't say one or two. There are many. But I'll just give you limited one that has worked for me. And in the course of, trying to know more, people have met what they've said, how, they've been helped to grow as an entrepreneur. So another one is you can be a successful entrepreneur and not have good, what will I say? Not really good, not have, you need people in life. In business, you need people. So your crew, your partners, I call them my crew. I don't usually call them my staff. They are my partners in business because I have to bring them as partners. So the way I'm seeing it, they are seeing it that way. One of the toughest downfall of business in Nigeria is staff. Staff. It is what I have experienced personally. Staffing, even if it's just one staff, that one staff can ruin your business. Most entrepreneur doesn't even have problem with having customers. Some are connected, they know someone that knows someone. But who are the people that will do the job? They have to see what you're saying. They have to understand your vision. They have to understand your goals. Not once, not saying before I said this one, I have trained them. Daily training and retraining. Anytime you have the chance, just chip it in. Oh, you have to do this. Sometimes, these are our youth, it is well with them. Sometimes they forget, they lay back. Like I used to ask my people, I said, do you have so many responsibilities? Because sometimes you just see that all the body and they are like absent-minded, and you have to bring them back. So it's a course you have to be on regularly. I pray for them. I pray for them. Have you seen me pray and say, God, I'll be calling names. I say, let our head be correct. I'll call names. I pray, even if they say, please, This person, I will point out that area that you are stressing me.
Mm.
Do you understand? That is how you can, without them, sincerely, if you are still doing one man person, you have not started.
You have not started.
You need them. When there is growth, you need people. You need people to work with, you need people to work for. So you have to have it at the back of your mind. Exactly. They should be so you should treat them as your person. You should pray for them. You should desire good for them. Sometimes I just come into the office and I say, who is your boyfriend? I think I sent a video online. I took one of my staff. She's my PA. I took her out on a birthday date and I started with my secretary and I just, and they were laughing, they were relating like, as if that kind of relationship, like they were shy, but at the end of the day, they came out through. They're not like, no, she doesn't have, no, you have to, they are very big integral part of your business. You can't take them away. And I tell people, relate with them as your sisters. This afternoon, I had to sit with my secretary, I had to talk to her. Like, this is what I want. They are mature people. They are not, they are mature people. So I had to talk to her in this area. She felt sober and she appreciated what I said. So come out with a clean heart towards them. Don't come out with a heart of, I want to use them. You can't be successful if you want to just use your workers. No. Do you understand? You can't say, I want to use them. What's my business? And now I don't know, depending on your brand and your area, my own brand, when they are coming with bag of, my mother is this, my father is this, your bag of problem, Gbebo. So they are seeing you as their counselor. They are seeing you as somebody that motivates them. They are seeing you want them to motivate you and push the business, but they are seeing you as a leader. So you have to be up and soft and know when it comes to business, like I tell them, you can't grow a business as an entrepreneur if you don't have your standards. What am I saying? When you need to be firm, no matter how they know me, be firm. It doesn't make you less a child of God. In fact, God is clapping for you. When you need to step further, joke with them, gist with them. All that, they know your no-go areas. They know your strength. They know your ability. You know that when it comes to this time, one of my staff then, he'll say, when it gets to so time, my boss is going to change. He has studied me to that point. When we're at the event, I can be playing, but when it gets a particular period, all of them, naturally, they'll just start, So let them know you relate with them closely. No, I know at least almost all my staff, maybe except one or two or three, I know where they live. I'll just drive down and say hello. And they'll be shocked. They'll be like, Oga, when they are doing naming, I go there. Those are success in business. Those are the things you do extra mile that you don't know. When you are not there, they'll protect it. When you're not there, and of course, like I said, you can't run business alone in Nigeria. As a woman, especially women, it is not possible. You have your own fronts. You have your clients to deal with. You have so many things. You have supply. Like people in events will understand what I'm saying. You have to go source for this, go for this meeting, that meeting, online meeting, offline meeting, and everything. So you need that backbone, which are your staff to help you have. I don't know if, let me just see if I didn't leave anything. I talked about love what you do, your passion, then your character.
Yeah. Okay.
Your character is very important. You can have the highest skill and not be a successful entrepreneur. You can have the highest skill in your field. You cannot, you can have the highest way of marketing. Hello, come and buy. But you know that beyond come and buy, They are going to see the content. They are going to see you. Hello, madam. I just paid into your account. Maybe the person is supposed to pay 50,000. I just as an example. Thank you, man. I'm enjoying this session. The person is supposed to pay 50,000, and the person said, "You not even allow the person to talk." He said, "I paid 30,000." Ah no, it's 30,000. Did I go and see it? The person was just going to tell you, "Oh, probably I just transferred 30,000. I'm going to transfer 20,000 tomorrow before collecting my client." Some of us are not patient at all, and we want growth. There's a way my staff will say, me, I have this, the way I corner and conning my staff. Maybe they have already had issues with them. By the time I come in, they said, "No, just change the game." Yes. Like I tell them, I said, my customers are my bosses. Our customers are our bosses. So when I see them, I see like my superior. That's what I see in them. Are you getting me? I see them as somebody that I am answerable to. Even though I'm the creative director, but I still see them as I'm answerable to them. Most of the time, some clients want to bring out issues and not. I say, "Hey, Mike, me, I want to grow." I will just corner them. Sometimes I help them. I'm telling you, some things you will expect. I will just do to them, and everything will just die down. And over time, I have to train my staff that your character goes a long way in you being successful as an entrepreneur or in your growth. Do you understand? So the way we react, the way we act, everybody, some people they're not even ready to buy anything from you, but they are watching you every time. Maybe they just make an inquiry today. You told them, "Oh, it's 5,000 for this product." Tomorrow they call again. They didn't pay. Please, that popular, how much they pay? The third I say, please, wait, what is it? You have price yesterday. Do you know that some will make inquiry? Oh, I don't know. Are you still
No, you can
okay?
continue. It's from my side. Yeah.
Okay.
Please
Do you know
continue.
that some will actually make inquiry for something that they're still going to use in the next 1 year from you today?
Yeah.
And because of your attitude, you just keep telling them off. Keep on there, don't mind them, Jare. They'll just be asking me for how much is this, how much is it this one, how much do you collect this one, and they will not buy any markets. And sometimes we use that aggression on our customers, and we use it to spoil all our reputations. The customer that didn't come today will come tomorrow. The customer that just came to make inquiry today, like 6 times or 7 times, might actually be one of your best in the next 6 months.
Correct.
And because we Nigerians, we are not patient. The frustration from economy, when you hear dollar, your head will just stand. If they come today, anybody that prices nonsense, I'll just tell them, "You two see Buhari that I've done." They will just put, that transfer of the news they heard on their customers, and yet they want business growth. I don't know what is covering, and yet they want business growth. So as Christians, we must understand time and season. The Bible says, "And time and chance happen to them all." There's a time to be born. There's a time to be great. There's a time to live. There's a time to mourn. There's a time. So there's always time. And most of us are not patient. Someone that have started business for over 15 years. We started over 15 years. And you that you started 1 year or 2 years, you are saying, "How come you are not like me?" Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Do you understand? I don't understand. Like, you hear them saying, "Are you sure you are not using something?" Somebody that started over 15 years. Exactly. Mama Olayemi, yes. They can even refer you to others. Exactly. Thank you so much, everybody that has joined on Instagram. And you are telling me that, "Shock, man, you are not using something." I imagine. Do you know that I've actually heard such comments to my yes? Like, "Are you sure? You started 2 years ago." Me, I've started like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And you want the same speed and the
No
same growth.
patience.
Patience is a virtue. This is what I tell people. You can start 2 years ago and go ahead of me, depending on who you know. The grace of God you carry. Do you understand? So I'm not even saying that you can't fly immediately, but don't fly the fly you cannot fly. Do you understand? Don't fly the fly you cannot fly. You will just see yourself on the floor.
Mm.
So we as Christians, and that we want to become, a better and a successful entrepreneur, we need to be careful of our character. And like I always say, there's a place of God in everything we do. Sometimes God tells you, go ahead. It is time for you to fly. And sometimes God tells you, I want to teach you a lesson in this place. So I don't know if there's anything. So maybe when the
Yeah.
question comes, I will.
You really done well, ma. Thank you so much for this moment. Okay, there are a lot of things you've shared here. I said earlier when we started that this is not just only for people that are in personal business. You can see all the points she's mentioning is actually speaking to everybody. But of course, we are putting our touchlight on the entrepreneurs that are in entrepreneurs. But whoever has business or a stakeholder is in business, everything she mentioned here, every point she mentioned there appears to all of us. Even business owners, you talked about staffing and having people that put the business at heart. You don't want anybody that will come to the business without having a mind of consistency, with not willing to have feedback or not willing to create, a position that their character is lovable. It's not somebody that you want to grow with the business. So all of this put together, that means even as a business owner, you are just one part. You say
Yeah.
that you cannot do it alone when you want a business to grow. So if you look at a business from an idea point of view, somebody just conveyed this idea. But people are the one that's going to lead this idea forward. So that
Exactly.
means
Yes, we work with people.
you, including yourself, and the team that are working with you are the one that are bringing the idea forward. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, then you are all working with the same objective, with the same mindset. And everyone must see, from that perspective. So if
Yeah.
there's anyone that is not seeing from the same perspective as you're seeing as the convener of the idea, then there will be a problem for growth. And here we are talking about becoming more successful. That means even if you are successful or you appear or you think that you are doing well at the moment, some of the ways you can consistently becoming and growing higher are things that she has mentioned. I love the way you talk about this, in delivering your point, in the fact that it's coming from an original mind, not like somebody, that I just read it from book and then come forward and then start reading, the theoretical aspect of it. You're coming from the practical point of view, and that's the whole essence. I would have called somebody that is maybe, can just do all of the, but I look at people that, started from scratch and bring them forward to come and do this so that we can all see. So I don't know, do we want to have a business or we want to start a business or we are already in business? Some of the things she has shared here are things that we must be deliberate or be intentional about in doing. She said something about having operational standard because you can have your team working for you, but you may not be there at all time, to see how the operation run because you have other things. And that's why it is always a very important for you to know what culture drives your business. So that your team are coming in, what she's just saying is that let them understand the culture of the business. Let them understand the operation of the business. Let them understand and frequently train them. Because what you're doing as well, if you're looking at your team as somebody, as people, you also want to develop to have a business mind to be in the same position as you are, then you're seeing that you're adding value to them, not just they working for their money. You're also adding value to their life. You want them to look back tomorrow and say, I learned business through this person. I learned business through this particular from this company. And they
Yes.
want to put on their CV, I've worked somewhere. What's their experience? They want to talk about their experience there. So these are things that you should, bring from the business perspective. So thank you, Ma, for this. Nobody is appears everybody is enjoying your gist. So no, I
Sorry,
want to.
ma. Sorry, ma. My people on Instagram are actually, saying what you're saying, and they are. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm working with a platform, so I can't respond the way I should respond to you because I'm actually a guest speaker somewhere. So just type your question. If there's time, I can, say it. I can, give answer to it while I'm still in the group. Thank you, ma. You can go ahead.
Okay, so thank you very much. So
Mhm.
the question that I would love to ask you is that let's say somebody is just starting and it's always very difficult. We all know that you need money in starting business. These are things I
Yeah.
heard anyway. I just want to hear from your own perspective as well. So they say you need money to do business, you need money to grow. What do you have to people? Because a lot of people are finding it difficult to even start just because they felt they have to start bigger or they have to start from a
Yeah.
particular level, or if they don't start from this level, it's not possible for them to, to do so much. What do you have for such people?
Thank you very much. The question is, how do I start small? Right? How do I
Yeah,
start small,
yeah,
then now build up to that level? Do I need little capital or do I need so much to
mhm.
start? You know that I can only talk from my own experience.
Yeah, it's
Like they
fine.
say, experience is the best teacher. I didn't have somebody that has so much and gave me and say, go and take. Some people do.
Mm,
Do you understand? Maybe
yeah,
some people that are even praying for them that it will not share joy. Help us. Let her even have think of something to do. There's
yes,
money
so,
in the bank for her to do.
mm,
While some of us, number one, like I said, there was no passion. That's good.
mm,
I just felt that I don't want to be hiding. That's all.
mm,
That was what led me to what I am doing today. So it's possible that you don't even have anything. You don't even have anything. And where we make mistake is in Nigeria, we feel you must have that big capital
mm,
before we can start something.
yeah,
And I can actually say it depends on the business, the kind of business you want to do. While
mm,
some business, well, they are capital intensive, that you need that huge amount to go and get to sell. But thank God for technology. People do, is it droplet or drop shipping?
yeah. Drop shipping, yeah.
Yes, drop shipping, whereby you collect a product and you tell them, you just say this is what you say. You can get your money from such. I've seen
Mm,
people do that and they are
yeah.
growing. And I can mention it. So without that capital, look for what you can start to get that capital.
Mm,
If you have a particular business you want to do, oh, me, I want to do a big restaurant. You have this big picture that when they come,
mm,
officer will be like this, bouncer will bounce them. You have that big picture. But since you don't have somebody to fund what's your vision for now, look
mm,
for, if it's drop shipping, like there's this thing they do now on Instagram, they call it declutter. The
mm,
clutter is, you don't need money. You don't need five kobo to start. I'm not saying you should go and do that. That might not be your vision.
yeah.
But like I told you, there are some things you are doing to get to what you want to do. There are some things you will do to get to what you want to do.
Mm,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
There are some things you will do. There are some businesses you will do to get to that particular business you will later do in future.
Mm, mm, mm,
Just to raise capital. It might not be
yeah.
your passion. It
Mm,
might not be okay now. Imagine somebody says, I love reading. You love reading. Before you will say, well, what if I go biology before you will see customers say, you know, you will get there. But it will take persistency. You have to be persistent. It will take years of growth. You understand? Of work. together. But there are some things you can do to get money to print your book. Do you are you getting what I'm saying? There are some things you can do. The clutter, what do they do? You are Mrs.
Veronica,
Ogunowo,
yeah.
Veronica, you want to travel like that. So many people are actually jackpotting, they are going. Ah, hello, cousin, I want to travel. People will say, hey, God, oh, please, oh, please, I want to travel one day. Oh. Your own is you will travel by the if God is saying that to you. You just ask, you want to travel, okay, no problem. What do you have? Items. You have chair, you have table. Don't worry. Don't give it. I can help you to sell it. Do you
Mm,
understand? I can bring customer connect. Everything A to Z, you get it in cash. That is not what you want to do. You just want to
yeah.
raise money. Nobody to give you capital.
Mm,
Nobody to give you money, but you have to raise the money. So you can do some things to raise money for that business you want to do. That is another aspect you can, you can follow to get to
mm,
that place. Like in my own, maybe because Nigeria was still there. Let me say, so I can't really use that to judge how you will start now. I started with somebody's money, just like the way I'm saying. Somebody said,
mm,
"Oh, I want to bake." I said, "Okay, no problem. I can bake." Even that time, see, my leg was still shaking. But there's something a business-minded person should have. You should be confident. Even when you are failing, be confident to fail than not to
no.
fail at all.
Ew.
It's better to be confident to fail than not to fail at all, than to
Yeah.
fear failing. When you are confident, you will even say, talk to yourself, more fail, more, if you go more, more fail. If you go back, you are far with it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Me too, the thing try. If not that I've not had so much experience, I will have made it. It will make you to
Mm,
sit down and encourage yourself.
mm,
So I just said, okay, no problem. You can do. My mind is, oh, Gino, I will shall try this one out.
mm,
I will do. And the person, gave me. And it turned out that it came out well.
yeah.
And that was the first money, 3,000 naira. This one, you forget about motivational speaker or something. I'm talking about my
Mm,
own life experience. Under God, that was how I started. That was what gave me the motivation to start. I don't like calling money, but if you know me, my customer is still, she's in Canada now. She's alive. I can call her. She will tell you. No, she
mm,
just checked me and I said, no problem, I will do it. I do not even have gas, nothing, no only. I shall use stove. I use stove. I said, well, this one. If she saying it's not sweet, I'll just turn my head like this, Even if it's I'll just be like this. I say, I eat this one, you eat it first. At the end of
mm,
so be confident to fail. It's
mm,
bad when you don't fail at all. It's
mm,
worse when you don't try at all.
mm.
And the
Thank
more
you
you
so much.
fail, the more you have
Mm,
the prospect, the ability to want to come out and do
mm,
something good.
mm,
So when you have such generator, sorry. So when you have such mindset that you want to do something when you don't have money, think of the lesser thing you can do to make money to get to that place.
yeah.
I think
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. And I could pick from what you're saying that there's salient points that are in all that you're saying, and it's only business-minded people that could pick those points. I've said it before. A lot of people believe you have to, have passion about something before you turn into a business. There's this difference between passion and business. Business, you are going there to make money, right? And passion, you may just love doing something, but you can actually turn your passion to business if you want to.
yeah.
But not all passion can give you the kind of money you are looking for, right?
That's
So,
what I
but you
mentioned
can,
about books.
yeah, or you can turn your business and build passion into your business. Then you must build passion in your business. So whatever you call your passion, whatever you call your business, it's just like seeing somebody, meeting somebody for the first time. You may not really like the person, you know, but maybe after a while you're together, you relate together, and you have an open mind with the person. over time, you may just like the person, or the thought of the person will always be in your mind. You always
Yeah.
see yourself. So see your business as your lover. You may not like it before, but somehow
Yeah.
in between, because you always see yourself every day, you have open mind to your business, you create that mindset and all. You won't have any choice than to have passion for that, because you always occupy a special place in your mind. So
Yeah.
whatever it is that you call your business, create passion for it. But not
Yeah.
all passion are eligible for your kind of business. So we have to really check all of this, because
Yeah.
sometimes you can turn your passion to your business and all that, and somebody will be looking at, oh, what am I passionate about? And what you have passion for cannot really translate to business. So you just have
Money.
to be careful. But if
Yeah.
you can use an idea or be creative enough to bring business out of your passion, very fantastic. It's very okay, because in all of this, you are still creating an idea out of it. It's not just it just happen like that. You create a
Exactly.
business and build a business around it. All that we are saying, because she mentioned something that when you want to grow, you need people. So this is not just me showing my face to earn income. There's difference between earning income and doing business. Of course, in business, you can earn income, but you can earn income without having business. Like she mentioned that you can find a way to create money and build your business. At the time when you are doing all of this, they may not be your business. So it's just
Exactly.
an avenue to create income, because you're not building any structure around it. You're not building
Yeah.
any major thing around it. You don't even know what is going on around there. You just want to earn. And from there, you earn and start building your own. But sometimes, even what you think you just want to rush in and out of, may eventually become the business you're building, because there's no way you will call a business without building something around it. It may be
Yeah.
little, but in your mind, there's a big picture, there's a vision, there's a mission, there's a goal that you set around it. Your everything then is becoming a business. Another tip I'm going to ship in is that she make an example like you have a vision of creating a big restaurant one day. That is a big vision, but you don't have all that it takes now.
Don't have the
The first
money.
thing, the first thing is for you to go and create your business plan around it. What
Yeah.
idea do you have? Put everything down, document it. Then you don't have it already, so you know. But you can start
Exactly.
from the slightest part of the big vision. So let's say, for instance, at the end of the day, when you have a restaurant, you just want to help people to solve hunger problem. So that is your
Yeah.
core objective. You want to help people to solve hunger problems. So it's not like your business is not on creating or building an edifice and call it a restaurant. Your business
Yeah.
is actually the idea of curing hunger and making
Yeah.
hunger people to have access to food immediately. Just start from very small area, right? And start
Yeah.
solving that problem of hunger. You know, even if it's just one person, two person, I bake, I do this, you package
You
food
just
and say
start.
I cook. These are things that you can do with less capital, but you already
Yeah.
know the big picture you have. So start from by the time you start and building yourself, people will be knowing you with that, that
Exactly.
your core value. People will be knowing you'll be building, you'll be understanding what the industry is all about. You'll be growing into as you move on, you grow to understand the industry, the pros and cons of something you must do, things
Exactly.
that you must not do in this kind of industry, and that will leverage you. By the time you build yourself to a level, help naturally, nature will find a way of bringing people if you are really
Exactly.
determined in that thing. You will bring people that could help you as you are growing. It's just one step at a time. But you will get to a level you look back and say, this is what, just like she mentioned, the first customer she had. At the time, she may have this big picture at that time, but it wasn't
Yeah.
there at the time. So, but as she grow, people are coming, they are connecting you to people, they are connecting you people, somebody introduced you to somebody refer you to someone, somebody loved
Somebody.
what you do, and they said, this person that did it for me, before you know it, then the direction of your strategy start coming in, because God is there with you and you believe in him,
Exactly.
and you start building it. But You consistently do this thing. 10 years down
Exactly.
the line. 10
Exactly.
years
Very,
down the
very
line,
fair.
3 years, 6 years, like she mentioned, you will also say, this is where I started, you know, and then it will be a beautiful story because what other people are now seeing as success. You know, all that they are seeing in you is now success everywhere. They are seeing the result of what you built from day one. So let's not be resilient in doing it well from day one. She mentioned consistency. She mentioned don't fear feedback, either negative or positive. She
Yeah.
mentioned take that step because God is going to redirect you, but He needs you to take your step. She mentioning passion. She mentioning
Yeah.
skills and mentorship. She mentioned creating passion around your business. She mentioned
Yeah.
staffing right. And then pray for your treat your staff well, pray for them. She mentioned have operational standard, and then she mentioned that you should have a good character, even as the convener of your business. Your character builds your business. So thank you very much, madam, for teaching us so much value to us today. I think a lot of people have already picked so much, and then others will also be able to see this video again because we are going to leave it on the group, and at that time they're also going to relate. And like I always say, if it's just one person that has been impacted, you know, we've done a whole lot of work. We've done a lot of God, and God is happy with us. Thank you so much for joining us and being part of this, you know, initiative part of this program this week. You make July edition of the Incorruptible Women series a success. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
Welcome, ma'am. Is
Who
there
was
any
asking?
question on
Who was
Instagram?
asking the
On the
question?
group? If there's
My
any
question
question,
is
I'm
that
willing. What is it,
yes,
ma'am?
there's a question. There's a question. Somebody said my question is: I have heard that it's difficult to do business in Nigeria without credit.
Without
How
what?
do you, without credit? Credit,
Without
credit.
credit, without loan or what?
No, without credit, without you selling on credit.
Oh,
How
you can.
how do you
Okay.
how do one handle debt or credit in business? I want to hear your view first.
Okay. The question is for my people on Instagram too. The question is: it's difficult to do business in Nigeria without credit. That is, people who want to buy and not pay immediately, right? They
Mm,
want to buy and pay later. For
mm,
people that are in products that sells products,
mm,
Nigeria, if you whatever you give them, whatever you sell to them is what they collect. If you
mm,
tell them that this one, oh, you can buy without paying, go, everything they are used to it, they would take you like that. And if
yeah.
you tell them that this product, oh, you have to pay before delivery or before you pick up my items. One thing
Mm,
is, most of us we don't want to offend people, and yet we reduce our standards. See,
yeah.
having good character in business does not negate discipline.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Mm,
Having wanting to please your customers doesn't mean you should not be disciplined.
yeah.
So that's
Mm,
where we mix it up and say, hey, if I don't accept credit now, she will go to another place.
yeah.
One thing, most of us paint it as if we didn't sell this product, we're not going to eat or we're not going to move. Even though you will not eat, but don't
Mm,
paint it as if without you buying this product,
mm,
I am nothing. Because that is what gives you pressure to selling on credit.
yeah.
There's
Mm,
nobody, there's no
yeah.
business that they don't want to buy on credit, even events. They'll tell you
Yeah.
when we are dancing, we'll
Mm,
spray. When they spray, they'll give you money. But we have standard. Before I move an inch for any event, before maybe
mm,
we'll say pay 80%. Now is everything though. Because now I cannot fight. I'm
mhm.
not. By the time you you they finish event, you'll be hearing, I'm not worried, let me get to hotel. When they get to hotel, they say,
Mm,
don't worry, we just did wedding now. Next week after Thanksgiving. After that, when you come, say, madam, what now? You don't even like good things. I just got married and you are calling me. So because of that, Nigeria.
yeah.
So, but I have good customers. I have wonderful customers. One thing is, it might pain them. Maybe when you say, "Ah, sorry, I'm so sorry." Okay, like I have a lawyer. An example. I have a lawyer that I was working for, and she was getting married. She's outside the country now. She just told me. She came to my office. I was like, "Sorry, we're gonna pay you so time." And I said, "I'm so sorry. We have a rule. You know, you say it politely. That's where your character comes in. It doesn't mean you will not be disciplined. You say it, you know, as a child of God, your words should be seasoned.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You don't have to be rude. They're your customers. You don't have to be proud." So I humbly turned that request down. Do you know that I still did the job?
Yeah, of
In
course.
fact, when they traveled, I was one of the first people they called that
Mm-hmm.
they have relocated.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time I usually wish and long to have good relationship, even after the event,
Mm-hmm.
except if I just feel well, it's not necessary. But most times, I have a lot of my customers, after 1 year, they give me back, they'll call me and say, "Come and cook for our wedding." I have more than one, two, three. "We love
Mm-hmm.
your service, we love the way you treated us." So sometimes you should put down your feet if you don't want it.
Yeah.
We sell physical products. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
like it's only services. Like I said, there are other services we run that you don't even know online that we
Mm-hmm.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do sales. Apart from events, we do it. But they know that when it comes to, okay, especially in rentals, I'll tell you, "No, we can't do this. This is what we do." Some, it will come strange to them. I say, "No, now, probably another person have done it for them. So
Yeah.
person gave us this one. You call it a man. It's only one time they will abuse you. The next time they are
Yeah.
coming, they are used to you."
Yeah. Correct.
So it's
I
just that
totally.
one time. Don't feel bad.
Mm.
The next time they already know. No, she will not. Well, let me save my money. When I have, let me go and buy. Do you
Mm.
understand? So that's
Yeah.
how it works. Let them know your standard, your stand concerning. You are the boss of your business. So let them know
Yeah.
the decision you take determines how far your
Yeah.
business will grow. So if you want to pick people,
Yeah.
so that
I quite agree with you because that's also my stand. Because apart from working for people, and that's why I said all that you're saying is cut across. I also have my personal business, and a lot of people don't even know that I have personal business until maybe they come a bit closer or I talk about this once in a while. And I tell you, when I was structuring the business, because at some point I know it will collide. So the best thing is for me to structure and take myself out of it. So at a point when I was doing the structure, I know what exactly I wanted. I know people, just like instant for people that sell fashion items and you have to deliver outside, sell online and all. People will want to say payment on delivery because they are fearful of being scammed. But it's a problem as a supplier. You should be able to solve that problem. Find a way to help them solve that problem. By the time they trust you, they won't mix you up with every other scammers online.
yes,
For instance,
exactly.
if you know that you really want to sell and all that, or you want to build that trust because you are just coming on board, there are people that can help you collect your money. You don't say that a driver should help you collect your money, but there are logistic companies that can help you collect your money on your behalf. And you just say, okay, you can do payment of delivery, but you have to take it through these people. If they want, fine. If they don't want, just say no. So that means as they are dropping the goods, they are collecting your money on your behalf immediately. But if it's on credit, please, especially when it comes to
Oh,
things that people eat, people wear, fashion items, edible items, people can easily forget all of those things because
in fact, you will even be their enemy at the end of the day. By the time you want to ask for your money, they'll
yes,
not be saying
because
you
there
don't
are things that we crave for. That we don't need, we don't have to wear some clothes to live. You can be at a minimal level and still be fine. Only can crave for a very high level clothing or fashion items, or we don't really need it to live life like today. Food, you
exactly.
can crave for food, but that doesn't mean you cannot have alternative to quickly eat and move on. So whatever it is that people can crave for, be careful on selling on credit because the
Yeah.
moment they satisfy that craving, is not then. It's easy to forget, right? It's just easy to
Yeah.
let go. Just look at yourself. You may have a clothing with your fashion designer, and then you say you need this clothes on this particular day. At the time, your mind is already clean to it that you must wear that clothes. The moment you wear that clothes, you may not touch that clothes again, maybe 1 year after. So it's not like you are bad, but at the time when you are craving for it, the emotion and everything is toward that thing. But the moment you satisfy your craving, it goes. So look at your customer like that. The moment they satisfy their craving, they may not remember they even owe you because that is gone. So that is why, as business owner, as you measure, part of your standard should be even around your sales, whether you want to do a cash base or a credit base. For people you do credit based on, for big company that do credit, they still run after debt also. So now looking at yourself, and you're just starting up and you want credit to run you back or take you back home. You don't want to do that. So be careful. If you don't sell so much, over time, like she mentioned, people will understand your stand. As in as much as you are delivering value, that they know that. Yeah, exactly. In as much as they know that I'm going to get value from this person, they will always come back. They will look for the money and come back. But please be careful around credit because it has a way of wrecking business. As
not even at this time. Not even at this time. The Nigeria is hard. You can play your money back. Most times it turns to arguments and fights. Just avoid all that because of your brand.
Yeah.
Is there
So thank you
question?
very much, Jordan. I think that's all for tonight. We really have a good time talking with you and having this discussion with you. Thank you for opening up your, giving us a very valid very valid examples from your experiences. No, this is not just something that you Google. This is something that happened to somebody. I know if it has happened to somebody, then you can also. So if somebody has been successful from starting from scratch, you can also be successful if you apply all of these principles. So guys, I will encourage us, let's be bold around our business. Let's keep growing. The sky, you can reach up to any level, any vision you have in your heart. In as much as your mind is set at it, you can get there. But just take it one step at a time. Let patience be the order of the day and always allow God to rule your path. Thank you, everyone, for being part of today. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, my people on Instagram. I can't hear again. It's not audible. I can't hear again.
Okay, yes, okay. So thank you, everyone. Even if I cannot pick your name, we're going to be talking to you on the comment section after this session. Thank you. God bless you. Till we meet next month on another series of the Incorruptible Woman. Thank you all and have a pleasant time. God bless you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am.